Weep Grana, Weep Ninny-Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And I'm back with my comic book reviews now. It low-key feels like forever since I've actually been doing these comic book reviews, as over the holiday period obviously no comics really came out, or certainly were not delivered to my doorstep. So now I'm back with issue 2 of Transformers Cross Back to the Future. I'm pretty hyped now, obviously, because over the kind of December period I was actually able to pick up Gigawatt, whatever you want to call him, 100.21 gigawatts, that's his name, Gigawatt. So I was actually able to pick up that figure, and you can find my review for this dude actually on my channel. I'll put the link somewhere around here now, and you'll be able to actually go and see my review on this dude. But today we're going to review issue number 2 of Transformers Cross Back to the Future. Great Scott! So let's get back in our DeLorean time machine and just take a quick look back at issue 1. If you want to see my full review of this, you can again go here and you can go and touch my review here along with the playlist for this whole lot of issues that I'm going to be doing. So obviously right from the get-go there's going to be spoilers here, people. So right away, where we ended up in this one was Marty had gone back to the future. He'd gone back in the DeLorean to 1985, but of course the Decepticreeps and Tannen had taken over 1985, and just as he was about to get, well, pretty much annihilated really by Starscream, who else comes out but the DeLorean to save him? And the DeLorean transforms into Gigawatt. I'm gonna have to decide by the end of this which one I'm gonna call him, I guess. Let's go with Gigawatt. So Gigawatt saves him, and that's where it was to be continued. So obviously issue 2 picks up where that one left off, with Gigawatt and Marty getting together for the first time. Now let's start off with the cover here. Woo-hoo-hoo, this is a beauty. I really like this cover here. Really nice. There's a few different options, and I think if we turn back, we can see what those other options were for this, and we can see. Oh, I don't want to give too much away here. So that was that one. This one was nice as well. It's kind of a bit more comic styling, but I didn't exactly like all of the way that this was drawn, so I didn't think it had the same impact as the other one. This one was very nice though, but I was not able to get my hands on this one at all. But I do think that this is an absolutely beautiful looking cover, with Gigawatt and Marty there with nice Megatron rules on the side, Decepticon logo, beautiful, with the entrance to, is it Hill Valley Estates? I can't remember what's the estate that Marty lives on called. Let me know down in the comments and remind me. So that was the different cover variants that I could have gone with, but I went with this one. Straight into the story. As soon as we open up, this one is written by Canon Scott, art by Juan Samu, and colours by David Garcia Cruz. Really cool the way that they've done this so far. You get a little bit of a reminder of what happened last time. We've just done that. So then the personnel that are actually going to be in this are Marty, Doc Brown, Biff, Bumblebee, Gigawatt, Prime, Frenzy, I don't care, that's Frenzy, Flame War, Megatron, Soundwave, and Starscream. So we see them all, and which kicks off with Marty being hella surprised that the DeLorean that he knows as a time machine has just transformed into a bot, which is pretty crazy. So of course, first thing you do is you whack it with your skateboard, right? That's what we'd all do, of course. See a bot, whack it with your skateboard. Then Starscream is not dead. Starscream kicks off and zaps the skateboard that Marty's trying to attack him with. So Gigawatt transforms into DeLorean and boom, smashes straight into the solar plexus of Starscream. Then Marty grabs his skateboard and then tries to hurl it at Starscream, but as he hurls it, it goes and actually turns into a little bot called Skills. Hasbro, where's my skills? Where's my skills? I want this bot. Yeah, you've done the DeLorean. Hasbro, come on, where's the skills? Third parties, where is this? Make this dude now. Pretty cool. And a little Marty to go with it. That'd be nice. That'd be pretty nice. So transforms into a new bot called Skills that we've never seen before. So Marty's skateboard all along was a bot, and then they get into the DeLorean and they're gone, and they're gone then to the future. So they come back to 2015, and again, nice little bit of graffiti here. Decepticons, no way. And Hill Valley is in the worst state ever. But this is a beautiful piece of art. I really love this panel here. I think that's a really, really nice. Just pops off the page. And as they go in, they go towards one of the old mines, and he says, "Oh, is this the old Delago mine?" Obviously from Back to the Future 3, and he says, used to be, but now it's an Autobot base, and who's in charge? Rodimus Prime. So that's going to disappoint some people straight off the bat. That's the worst thing. So things are definitely bad for some people in 2015 to see that Rodimus is in charge again. For me, I'm alright with it. I quite like him. He's alright. So Bumblebee, of course, Bumblebee survives. He survives absolutely everything, but the dude is in real bad shape. You know, he's got one eye, shit missing off his hand, shit missing off his legs. So's Rodimus. I really like the way that these guys really look battle damaged all to hell. That's the worst state I've ever seen Bumblebee in, apart from when he gets exploded or whatever. So then they are they're having a chat, and basically what they're talking about here is that his flux capacitor, Gigawatt's flux capacitor, is pretty crap and doesn't work properly anymore. So they say, "Oh, this kid is called Marty McFly," and they say, "Oh, Marty McFly, then you know this human, the Doc," and apparently all of this is the Doc's fault. But of course it is. They say that then it all started when Frenzy got into the DeLorean, hidden as his tape form, when Doc Brown went to 2015. There, he was badly damaged, if you remember, after having a battle in issue 1. So Doc Brown actually takes him to the lab and then fixes him. Because he fixes him, Frenzy then shares the secret of how to turn the DeLorean into a bot. And then they spend their time together, and Doc thinks that Frenzy is his friend, but of course the double cross happens, and mighty Megatron, again looking worse for wear. Look at this dude, looking absolutely awful, comes through and tells Frenzy that the Autobots are winning, there's no way that we can do anything. So then Frenzy gets into the DeLorean and goes back to change time. And of course, as he's going to change time, the first person he meets and is about to do his bidding is Tannen. I like this little one here where he calls Tannen a butthead. That's pretty funny, right? Anyone calling Tannen a butthead is pretty funny. So of course, once they have enough energon from multiple heists that they've pulled throughout time, where do they go? Back to the Ark. Before the bots have arrived, they wake Megs up. Megs shoots all the bots, and you can see Gigawatt in the background there, watching in horror as Megatron decimates the other Transformers, but then realizes that he doesn't need two Frenzies, Rumbles, Frenzies, whichever one you want to call it. He doesn't need two Frenzies, so he shoots one of the Frenzies. So in this panel here, the Frenzy from the future explains why there's now two Frenzies, and then one of them is from the past. And then Megatron just decides to blast the Frenzy from the future, saying that he doesn't need him anymore, basically. So there's the thanks you get for waking Megs up. Rodimus then explains that this is all a bit crappy now because there's only very few Autobots that survived. Gigawatt then goes on to explain how he was a com for a while and he had to get all of this information then out of Frenzy's head here. So out of Frenzy's head so that he can continue to rule the future. Megatron gets himself a lovely looking cloak and then blasts humans that kind of stand in his way or aren't working hard enough for him in the Energon pits. And Gigawatt doesn't like this. So what Gigawatt does is scans a DeLorean again and gets the hell out of Dodge. Goes all the way past there, and then on his way out, and this is how his flux capacitor gets effed up, Megatron blasts him straight in the flux capacitor, which sends him down. And this is why he has some slightly dodgy issues as he's time traveling. We also see Blitzwing here in this panel as well. Kind of cool, kind of nice. Megatron then basically tells Gigawatt he's no Decepticon. Gigawatt quits and runs away. So this is why they're explaining that, there's nothing really good and everything is broken within Gigawatt's chest, and they need to try and fix the flux capacitor to save everything. Marty says, not me. I'm not the one for the job. We need the Dark to be able to do this. Flip then to Hill Valley, 2015, in the work camp, and then Marty's mum and dad are not doing too great, and then obviously one of the Constructicons comes out and is basically about to blast them for being work shy, but something else blasts them. And who is it? It's Doc posing as Rick from Rick and Morty. So this is pretty cool. I love this version of the Doc here. The next issue looks pretty tight as well. That is a really nice looking cover here. Meg's in the background with the dog. But yeah, Einie, that's the dog. I forgot the dog's name then. Einie. And then this just kind of, if you tell me this ain't Rick inspired, I'm not hearing it. Definitely kind of Rick inspired. What's cool is he's got the pole here. So Gigawatt's pole gun that he comes with, that kind of looks a little bit like that. And then you have him resting his foot on the hand of the Decepticon here. I'm super hyped for the next episode. Or next issue, shall we say. Overall, so far, this is really cool. This is shaping up to be a very nice story. Actually, a lot more kind of intricate and detailed than I thought it would be. There's a few twists and turns going on. I really like it. 2 issues deep, 2 more to go. So far, really good. If you've not picked this up, I definitely suggest that you start picking these up and reading each panel for yourself, because there's some really nice little hidden jokes and things like that within there as well. Lovely mashup of the 2 franchises. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments. Have you been picking this one up? Have you been following it? And I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!